Peace. What's up, you guys, my Wonder family? Thank y'all so much for coming back, tuning into another video. And if this is your first time here, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that little bell so that way you are always informed every time I drop a video. Okay, so we finna get rolling. Okay, we finna get into this video. All right, so today's topic is release work. Okay, and no, I'm not talking about the prison system and when they let you do the work release program. We're not talking about that. Okay, we're talking about spirituality, okay, emotional health, mental clarity, release work. I always talk to people about release work. I always tell people that it's so important to release because we take on so many things in our life day to day, so much stress, and we have to have outlets. We have to have ways to release our stress, our situations, past relationships, past pain, hurt, whatever it is. Like, we can't hang on to those things. I honestly feel like when people hang on to all that stuff, that right there leads to dis-ease, which leads to disease. Okay, so I always tell people, make sure you are doing your release work. Okay, so the definition of release work is basically the process of letting go and being free from any and all negativity that happened in your past, something that had to do with like relationships, abuse, pain, hurt, anything like that that, you know, caused you some sort of trauma, basically. Okay, and it also is like freeing your mind and freeing your energetic space, so that way you can gently move on. You could you know, receive your blessings, live your life, and be happy, essentially. Another thing that people always ask me is, well, when do I do release work? Like, how do I know I'm supposed to be doing it? Am I doing it right? It's always best to do it immediately after a loss of you know, a job, a person, you know, a situation that didn't work in your favor, a relationship. It could really be any of these things. Anytime that you experience any sort of trauma, any discomfort, anything like that, where it's like you're hanging on to it, a few days go by, you still thinking about something that happened, like, it's time to do some release work. Like, ignoring it and thinking that it's just gonna go away, that is not even real. Okay, it's only gonna get worse, bigger, and harder to get past it the longer you wait. Sometimes people think that they could just sweep stuff up under a rug and it's just gonna magically disappear. Well, it's not Aladdin. We don't got no magic carpets around here. Okay, you need to be doing the work. One of the most ideal times, in my opinion, to do release work will be under a full moon. Okay, I always talk about the moon. Y'all know me and my relationship with the moon is like this. Okay, so it's so important that under a full moon you are doing your release work. Okay, but it doesn't always have to be a full moon. If it's like, you know, like a wax and gibbous moon or something like that, you don't gotta be like, oh, let me just sit around and wait for that full moon to come and suffer a few more days. No, you make sure that you do the work whenever you feel is necessary. Okay, so now we're gonna just get right into a few ways to do some release work. And number one is cord cutting. Okay, cord cutting ceremonies are so important. Okay, and cord cutting ceremonies, I would say that it's more to release a person, especially somebody who you have like a soul tie with. Okay, and I don't think that you should be doing like 10 of them. Like, you don't need to do 10 cord cutting ceremonies on one person. Like, honestly, I feel like whenever people be doing that right there, they're not doing the work to continue that release. Okay, so cord cutting, don't think that that right there is the end all be all of everything, because the cord cutting itself is just for you to sever the tie between yourself and someone else. You still have work to do afterwards. Okay, you still have to you know, take care of yourself, nourish yourself, get your mind on other things. And that's why I think that it's so important to use more than one modality if you're choosing to do a cord cutting ceremony. So a cord cutting ceremony is when you get yourself grounded. Okay, sit on the ground, preferably outdoors if you can. Okay, I know sometimes, you know, the weather might not permit that, but if you're able to go outdoors, sit down on the earth outdoors, that's always the best. Okay, get yourself grounded, make sure your back is up straight, do some deep belly breaths. Okay, and get yourself completely grounded into the earth. And once you are grounded, clear your mind of any and all clutter, clear your mind of any and all negativity. And sometimes you might need to even put on some music, like some sound bowl music, some Tibetan sound bowl music. I think that right there is really good. Some frequency music. There might even be some frequency and Tibetan bowls out there that you can listen to that are for grounding or for release work. So once you do that, picture yourself and the other person, and imagine that there is a silver cord that is linking you to the other person, okay? And in your heart, mind, body, soul, spirit, imagine where is that cord coming from. Like, and don't just sit there for like 2 minutes. Like, no, you need to sit there and you need to like feel your way into this, okay? Feel your way into it and say, where is this cord coming from? Is it coming from my heart? Is it coming from my stomach? Is it coming from, you know, my third eye chakra? Is it coming from my ears? Like, what, like, where is this cord coming from? Okay. And once you do that, you just cut the cord. Okay. You cut the cord, and you can always say a few words before or after you cut the cord, and just say, you know, how you feel about the person, the situation. You know, how do you feel about, you know, releasing this person? Why are you releasing this person? And you have to be very honest, okay? Be very honest with your feelings. Be very honest with your emotions. Be very honest with your mind, your thought pattern, as well as your actions in that situation, okay? And that way you're able to release that person and cut that cord from a place of love, rather than cutting that cord from a place of disharmony or hatred or something like that. And I think that that's why most people are doing multiple cord cutting ceremonies, because whenever they're cutting a cord, they're like, you know, releasing it from a place of disharmony within their heart. They're like, oh, you know, F that person, boom. And then 2 weeks later, they like, oh, I gotta do another cord cutting. Like, you need to just do it right the first time, and then you won't have to go back and do it multiple times. It's so important that once you do that, you move on. You don't think about that person. You don't call that person up. You don't go kicking it with that person again, because you don't want the cord to, like, you know, get all like back like this. You want it to be like this. Like, come on now. Next, number 2 would be an intentional bath, okay? An intentional bath. So I think that it's super important to do stuff like this right here, especially after a cord cutting ceremony, because something like that right there could be a little bit traumatic in itself. It could be a little bit stressful in itself. And having a bath, an intentional bath, can really boost your mood, clear your mind, and really like take away all the energetic blockages that are, you know, within your physical body as well as your energetic body, okay? Whenever you're doing one of these baths, it's always good to set an intention. And let's say your intention is to release. Like, you know, I am furthering my, you know, release from this person, right? Say the person's name, first, middle, and last name, if you know all that. But it's always good to, you know, say that person's name. And if it's a woman, make sure you're using her maiden name, all right? Say their name, sit down, get into that bath, light you some white candles, or, you know, a red candle. Make sure that you are putting Epsom salt, okay, into this bath. Make sure that you are putting some dried rose petals. Make sure that you are putting some sweet almond oil, some lavender essential oil. There are so many herbs that you can be using also, and there's even some stuff that you might be able to find on the internet that is like a little like pack, and it already has everything in it, you know. But some, if you want to, you know, if you're like me, like I pick out everything myself, and I hand pick everything for myself. Herbs are always really good to use as well. Some of the herbs that I would recommend would be rosemary, calendula, sage, chamomile, peppermint, jasmine, lang-lang. Like, it's so many herbs out there. But before you use anything, always make sure that you are checking on Google, okay, and seeing if that is even necessary for you to use, okay? But these are just some of the go-to things that I use, that I would put in an intentional bath, because I know that these are here are things that will relax you, calm you down, remove things. You know, putting some rose quartz in your bath also, because that right there is going to restore that love, that unconditional love that you have in order to release the people and the things that you are releasing. Another thing that I want to say is that you have to be very careful when doing a spiritual bath. If you already have health problems, okay? If you have heart problems or you already have like low blood pressure, this right here could actually be kind of detrimental to you. So make sure that you are doing all of your work as far as checking off those lists if this is good for you before you just rush and do something, okay? And also, once again, disclaimer, this is not to give medical advice. This right here is not to replace medication or anything like that for any crazy people out there who think that I'm a doctor, okay? Oh my god, people think I'm a doctor. Also, it's so important to say this, all right? Some people do not have a bathtub, and that's fine. All you have to do is get a pot, get a bucket, get a really big cup or something like that, and fill it up with all the things that you would put into the bath. Get into the shower and dump it over your head, okay? You would do the same exact thing, but you would just put everything in a cup and dump it over your head. Another thing that you can also do is drink tea. Like, you know, if you're not able to like take the bath, you can also make the tea only with the herbs, okay? And I'm gonna have to talk about teas in another video because I drink a lot of tea and I think that tea is so underrated. Okay, number 3, my favorite one of all, y'all know I don't play no games, okay, is a burning ritual, okay? A burning ritual. And this right here is like something that I always tell people to do. I always tell people to do a burning ritual when you are ready to let go of anything, okay? So look, you could write a letter, right? Say if it's a person, say if it's, you know, a situation, you lost a job or whatever, I would get a piece of paper, okay? Maybe 2 or 3 pieces of paper, all right? Because I'm a writer and I be writing down everything. But write down everything of how you feel, what happened, your feelings toward that person, situations, get detailed, get, you know what I'm saying, you might have to dig up in your emotions, you feel me? You might be crying by the end of this letter, okay? And that's fine, that's okay. That's release, okay? That is called release, okay? You write everything you can down on this piece of paper and you take that letter outside and you burn it, and you make sure that the letter is completely burned up, okay? And there will like whenever you're doing work like this, like energetic work like this, sometimes, did y'all just see that? Like literally, like what? Whenever you're doing this release work, sometimes on the paper there might be parts of the paper that like just ain't burning, okay? Like it's taking a long time for that part to burn, and whatever that part says, make sure that you stop and look at it and read it. And you might need to write a little bit more and burn something else about that, because there might be some stubborn parts or people or things or words or whatever that are still hanging on. But it can't hang on. You have the power. And this right here is also a part of you taking your power back. Doing release work is you taking your power back from any person, any situation, anything, any job, whatever it is. And you are moving yourself into a better situation. You are moving yourself energetically into a better space, so that way you can fully release, fully let go, clear your mind, and live your life and be happy and receive your blessings, because you are entitled to that. Isn't this crazy right now? Like, why is stuff in my background randomly falling? Like, what? And last but not least is number 4, okay? Crystal therapy, okay? So look, I don't play no games when it comes to my crystals. Look, we got the rose quartz, we got the crystal quartz right here. You feel me? We got the selenite right here. You feel me? Look, I got my rose quartz. Look, I don't play no games, okay? I don't play no games. There's my obsidian. I got this in Mexico. This is hand carved. I have on black, so you might not be able to see it that good. It's an arrowhead, okay? This right here is a very powerful tool right here that I use to dispel any and all negative energy, all right? There are so many crystals that you can be using after you're doing release work, okay? So there are a few go-to crystals that I would tell you to use. I mean, honestly, if you are already into crystals, you already have some crystals, you will kind of already know what you might need to use. If not, then you can always look online. If you don't have any crystals, or you might need some more crystals, go into your local metaphysical shop and make sure that you are feeling your way to what crystal you want to use, okay? Because it'll pull you to it, you know what I'm saying? But these right here are, I'm gonna give you guys 4 today, and these are 4 crystals that you can be using to do your release work. Okay, so the first one that I have is Apache tears. Okay, this, I have a piece right in here in front of me. Okay, this right here is an Apache tear. This right here is a stone that, you know, helps you with forgiveness. This helps you with forgiveness. And I've had multiple Apache tear stones that I have used over the years, especially when doing release work, especially when working on forgiveness. I've told y'all this before, I'm pretty sure, that forgiveness and me don't always see eye to eye. Okay, so the next stone is called howlite, and I will put a picture of what howlite looks like, because I had a few pieces, but I'm always giving my crystals away. If I see somebody in need, I see somebody is struggling and they're open to receiving a crystal, I always give my crystals away. If I see somebody that is in need, I give them the crystal. Okay, the howlite is a very good stone that is like, it caters to emotional release. Okay, whenever you are sitting down and you doing your work, make sure you have some howlite with you. Meditate with it, hold it, feel it, let it absorb that emotional energy that is not causing you any good, so that way you can have that release and you can move on a lot easier. Okay, so next would be Aquamarine, and I'm gonna add a picture of Aquamarine because I do not have a piece handy right now because I gave that away as well. However, Aquamarine focuses on change, and once you're doing your release work, there is a change that has taken place, and you have to be able to sync with those changes that have happened in your life. So Aquamarine is the go-to stone for doing your release work, and also to focus on the changes that are occurring. Last but not least, my favorite, okay, rose quartz. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my little piece. This right here is a piece that I work with a lot, actually. Let's see, y'all see that? Okay, this right here is, oh my god, it feels so good. Like this is my favorite stone. Like, I absolutely love rose quartz. Like, I sleep on rose quartz. Like, I live with rose quartz. It's like one of my favorites. Okay, but this right here really focuses on releasing relationships. Rose quartz really focuses on unconditional love. Rose quartz really focuses on you putting yourself in a space of acceptance of the change that has taken place, acceptance of, you know, the lack of love that you may have been receiving or feeling, and it will replace that with that unconditional feeling of love. Okay, you guys, that right there is my video today based on release work. Okay, and I also want to add a few more things before we get going. Okay, I have the 7 Wonders spray, and we have so many different sprays in the 7 Wonders shop, and we can actually make you a specific spray that is based on letting go. And this right here is the 7 Wonder oil. Okay, the oils are used to put onto your post points. These right here are very long lasting. Okay, like these right here will get you multiple uses over a span of months. Okay, I have been using both of these right here for a very long time. It's almost like it replenishes itself every time I use it. I'm not even exaggerating right now. But you can go to the 7 Wonders shop and you know, buy these products here along with some chakra sage or some white sage. Okay, these are here all amazing and excellent tools that you can be using to do your release work. Okay, and we do have a full moon coming up that's in Sagittarius, and that right there will also be a really good time to do this work as well. Okay, so leave me a comment, you know, share this video, like this video, and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel if you are not already. Okay, much love to everybody. Peace. Hey, what's up, you guys? Thank you all for sticking around. We are about to get into a 1-card oracle pull today, and today I'm actually going to be using the Kuan Yin oracle deck. This right here is actually one of the first decks that I have ever used, period. I had went to this Native American woman, and she actually pulled this deck out and she used it, and oh my god, it really changed my life, and it really inspired me to just buy the deck myself and work with it. So I've had this deck for many years now. Okay, so today we're gonna just be asking Kuan Yin, you know, how to navigate you know, our own release work. A card is already coming out. Okay, so the card that just came out right now, I'm gonna pull one more, but this card right here is so beautiful. This right here is Grandmother ensures safe crossing. This is beautiful. Look at this. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus it. Grandmother ensures safe crossing. And this right here just really lets me know that, you know, when we are navigating through these changes and through these difficult times in this release work, we are always safe. Like our spirit guides are with us. They are ensuring our safety while we are crossing through these, you know, difficult times and navigating through these difficult times, because in my opinion, the spirit world, they know, you know, what it's like to be human and the things that we have to like deal with down here and stuff like that, and they are there for our support. We can call out to them, especially if it's an ancestor of yours and you know their name, or you know, your spirit guides, intercessoral beings, the council of light. I mean, there are just so many entities that are positive and good that are out there that are here to help you navigate through the times that you are living in, the times that we are living in. Like, it's no secret, we live in a crazy world, but I think that we have always lived in a crazy world, but our spirit guides are always here to help us. Okay, so the next card that is coming out is Blessing of the Kite Dancer. This is super beautiful. Okay, I hope you guys could see. I hope that is focused. Okay, so the Blessing of the Kite Dancer. So this card here talks about, you know, guidance. This card right here talks about, you know, safe crossing as well. But this right here is more so based on, you know, you utilizing your talents, you looking for opportunities and doors to open for you. Okay, and knowing that you will be guided through those times, because I really feel like once you're doing that release work, and once you truly release something, that right there opens up and frees up space for something better to come in, for something new to come in. And this card is saying that you have to use your talents, gifts, and abilities to take advantage of the opportunities that are going to be coming into your life after you release something. I truly believe that once you release anything, that right there is honestly a good thing. Even if it hurts. Of course it's going to hurt for a minute, but it's always going to be something so much better on the other side. Okay, so don't be afraid to do the release work. If you need help, if you need guidance, if you need pointers, insight, or anything, I am always available. Okay, I got my number. Text my number, hit me up, you feel me? Get a reading done if you need me to give you a reading. If you need spiritual guidance, if you need to get, you know, a manifestation plan together, text my line. Okay, I got you. Okay, so that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for sticking around. Much love. Peace.